Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to Delp Chanel's 40th World, where we do reality reviews. Today, we're going to be reviewing the last and final episode from Thicker Than Water, the Tankard Family Full Tank. Okay, it's not really going to be a review per se. We're just going to have a discussion because, to tell you the truth, I liked all the episodes prior to this one. Because it was just lackluster, it's kind of boring. It's almost like they didn't know what really to show us. And to tell you the truth, towards the end of the episode, the bloopers that they were showing was a lot more entertaining and believable than some of the scenes that were involved in today's and final episode. Okay, let's get to it. We have Ben Sr. wanting Brooklyn and Brittany to make up, get back to where they once were. I'm kind of tired of that scenario too, Big Senior, because they are family, and family should not separate you that far just because of a misunderstanding or somebody's viewpoint not aligning with your viewpoint. So I'm certainly that you brought that out. I'm glad you brought that up for Brooklyn to try to again make amends with her sister because she is the oldest. However, I can see Brooklyn's point as well. It's like, dog, I done did what all I can do. I can keep trying, but you know she's gonna have to have some giving points to her as well. And we know this. I mean, it ain't like Brittany is the baby. I'm like, come on, pull up, sister. But anyway, that's another story down the line. Okay, then we go to Cyrene, Jewel, Ben, and their reaction towards the whole thing of Cyrene getting date raped. I expected like flower pots being thrown, books being thrown, a little hollering at Cyrene for not coming in, telling us what happened so we could have been down there fast and hurry, talking to all the authorities, this, that, and the other, you know, something to that effect. Now, I don't know if they did all of this, is what I'm saying, and they just didn't show us on TV, which they didn't have to, but they kind of could have alluded to, yeah, we took care of that young man who did that, instead of them saying to Cyrene, or Cyrene telling them she want to handle it in her own way, which is true, and she is kind of considered to be an adult. However, adult in my eyes is when they are pretty much in their own house digs, they paying their own bills, and they taking life as it comes. When I'm still having to have to foot your bill and all this and that, I need to know these things. I need to know them if I'm not even doing it, you know what I'm saying? But it really becomes personal when I'm sitting there having you at an institution, a school institution, and this type of shit go on. Now, I really would like to see Cyrene and Jewel and Ben going to a counseling class of some sort. I would love to see it, but they don't have to go in depth with what they're really talking about, because I really think Cyrene is suppressing a lot. You know, that's just my own opinion, you know, my own perspective, but I really think she is harboring some ill will towards Jewel for some reason. You know, she's made some comments throughout the season about not being really close to her mom as she wants to be, and I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know if Jewel just spent too much time trying to pay attention to Ben's other kids just to make them feel like they were at home and this, that, and that, and she probably left Cyrene to the wayside without knowing that's what she was doing. But the whole reaction to Jewel coming in, seeing how she was doing when she was the first start of the episode, checking in with her, you know, going into her bedroom, and then, you know, Cyrene looked like she did a 360-degree turn, being kind of nice nasty to her mom. When the last two previous episodes, she was like coming to a Jesus moment and understanding that family is all you got. I mean, you could be snippety with anybody else outside of family, but mom and dad is like the foundation, other than the Lord being the first cornerstone of everything, and then your father and mother being there for you to raise you and you know, pretty much put you in the straight way of where to go as far as your path. At least give you that foundation. If you stray off, as long as you got a good foundation, you will come back to a straight and narrow path. Trust and believe that. Your conscience won't let you keep going down a bad path. but nor your upbringing. But it just seemed like there is not the link has been broken, and I'm just hoping they get it together. They don't necessarily have to do it on camera, but I'm hoping in real life that they get it together, because that's just not a reaction. I mean, just her just going on and telling her mom what she did, and then Jewel not really like hugging her once she heard it, or again throwing shoes, books, anything she could do to release her anger, you know, even though it would have been shown on TV. But I was expecting something like enormous to happen, like the whole house starts shaking or something to that degree, earth-shattering. Because to me, you know, that's earth-shattering news. It's like somebody's on a chalkboard and they just taking their fingernails and just going down. You know that kind of eerie, screechy noise that gets on your nerves? You know, because I even saw my hand around that little boy's neck, and they didn't even say anything. I mean, it's good and it's a wonderful thing to be forgiven for something to happen like that to you, but in society you have laws to also protect you, and that is not fundamental. That young man needs to be locked up, okay, truly locked up, and getting some psychological help, mental health help, because when a person says no, even if they were engaging into a lot of kissing, a lot of hugging, a lot of rubbing, you know, once they got to the point where they're like, okay, this is going too far, I don't want to go too far with this person, you know what I'm saying, they supposed to respect it, go take a cold shower, do whatever, and leave that person alone, leave Cyrene alone. If, you know, she was playing like a teaser or something, which I'm pretty sure she wasn't, but you know how guys feel, like if you take it to a certain level, then we're gonna go all the way. Your yes is really your no is really a yes, because you know you just maybe, you know, getting a little afraid to what it gonna feel like and this, that, and other. But you know, sometimes men just get so in their thoughts, they just really take that no for a yes, and that's like no, 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 no. So you know, hopefully Ben them did something off record and stuff of that nature, getting that young boy, because he don't need to be up on campus, he don't need to be doing nothing, you know, because evidently his hormones are first priority than him being up there studying and taking no for an answer. You know, that's something psychologically wrong. That's rape, rape, rape all day and every day in my book. So I'm just really hoping they build their relationship back where we can see a lot more hugging, a lot of more really heartfelt, you know, like he shows Jewel and him being senior interacting, or when he's interacting with Brooklyn, or you know, just everybody. I saw the connection there with every last kid, even the grandkids. But when it comes to Cyrene, there is a disconnect with them, between Ben and Jewel and Cyrene. It's like they're mixed misfits or somehow, and you know, I just hate it, because I mean, she has the wonderful foundation of two loving parents, and I'm on the outside looking in. It could be a totally different paradigm of the what they want to give us to look at on TV versus how they really are. But I think they need counseling, because that was still very disturbing, that, you know, she feels she has to take on all this little burden and weight and feel like it never happened, because that's basically what she's saying. And I'm like, no, this is not how. Okay, not really getting into it. Y'all know how I feel about it. Therapy in all capital letters. Okay, we go to after where was the promise from? Where was it? Okay, I'm pretty much trying to just skip over Brooklyn's performance, because to me, I didn't see a performance. I saw her come on stage, she did a little hair toss, this and that little dip, and that was it. And then when she came back to do her ballad, I thought I missed something, because it's like if I blinked, I would have missed it. And I mean, I didn't know that whole scene was just really could have just been edited out or done a little bit better. I don't know. So I'm still at a loss of whether she has stage presence or not, because she didn't give me anything. I didn't see anything of the clips that they showed us of her performance. We go to Marcus Tisha wanting to start a church, but coming out of Tisha's mouth, but it seemed like Marcus had the same support. They want a church venue downtown or in the midtown area. However, they don't want it to look like a church. I'm like, okay, are you gonna have a cross outside, or you not? I mean, what, it's gonna be a little brown building, or you know what it is? I mean, I don't understand with not wanting it to look like a church. I'm not understanding that whole idea, that concept, because I'm like, you're going to church. You say you're going to church. Why shouldn't it look like a church? If anybody can help me on that, that's cool. I'm not neither here nor there. It's very funny that the Lord. We all know our temples are the vessels that the Spirit flows through, and we are the body of the church ourselves, not a physical building. So if He's making that reference of it not looking like a church because it may impede on somebody else's beliefs, and He don't want to stop anybody from coming to know the Lord and this, that, and the other, then okay, that's fine. But however, you're still going to be preaching from the Bible. It's still going to have biblical tonations in there. So I don't know. If anybody could just explain it to me, because it don't matter to me one way or the other. It really don't. Excuse me. Just long as they saving souls for the Lord, and that's all that really matters, right? Okay. So we move on from that situation. Then we get to Brittany. She gets a phone call from her OBGYN. The OBGYN is telling Brittany, 25-year-old now, was it 26, is one of them. Still a very young adult. Now, through the whole episode of watching her this season, what does Brittany do far as employment? Is she employed somewhere? I don't know. Because I'm just saying, she's thinking she's going to live off her mom and daddy. Or, Jewel being her stepmom, being her biological father. What is she gonna live? What is she gonna raise her daughter off of? Him and his salary, Jewel and her salary. What does she do? Because I'm getting to the point where I don't gave up on having sense of waiting till her husband come in her life and they have a baby that way. I don't gave up on that because that's gonna be her all day, every day. She wanna have a baby. Let her have it. Go ahead. But how is she gonna take care of this baby? Do she have a job? Please get in the comments and tell me that, because I'm just trying to figure it out. Same thing with Brooklyn. Do she have a job? What do these women do all day long? Do they have their own businesses? That would be very nice. Why haven't we seen that on television? I know Brooklyn is supposed to be selling hair products and this, that, and the other, but okay. What does Brittany do? Okay. Y'all see where I'm going with this. No finance. You should not be thinking about having another mouth to feed when you can barely feed yours yourself. So, if she has a job, okay. Go on, do what you do all day, every day, Brittany. Okay. Let me see. Then we have Benji being back at the hospital. Okay. Benji came to Brooklyn's performance. Now, one thing I saw him do was actually surprise her to show up. But I didn't see him in the audience. You understand? And if they were Skyping the show, or somebody was linking it from their phone so they could see the whole show take, I don't know, take progress. That was weird. Weird as hell, because they had showed us like a clip where Benji was at the hospital again and they was watching Brooklyn perform. So I don't know how that happened, or how did they make that happen, but that was a good scene. He did show up. He didn't watch the performance though, but that whole was just fakery to me. I was like, you can't be in two places at one time. People just gotta understand when you got something a little bit more pressing, even though both things are pressing, but you would never live it down if one sister-in-law had all the family there and then some, and then with this baby coming in the world, where's the same love? You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like it should have been like, okay, I know I'm going to be here, but I'm going to also be here too. Because I'm going to have love for y'all all day long when both events are over with, okay? Y'all still going to need me. But I know Ben needed to have his little behind right up there, front and center, okay? To see Brooklyn cut up, nut up, or whatever, okay? He needed to be there. He's only Shannara's father-in-law, which he still looks at her as a daughter of his. That's fine. But Shannara would have been, my presence wouldn't have been there. And I would have made up for it by putting the whole room together for a baby girl. And any other things I can throw extra. But I would have been there for Brooklyn. And then I would have slid on down there after Brooklyn's party. But he did what he can. He was floating at both arenas. I'm so proud of Big Senior Ben. Yes. And Drew trying to put it together too. So everybody was cool. It seemed like everybody was somewhat happy under the circumstances, how it had, played itself out. But Shannara didn't have nobody not there for her, and she knew she was inducing her own labor because maybe the amniotic fluid was running low, and because I think we could have had some variations to what could have happened as far as making sure that baby could have come, a little earlier than time or a little later past Brooklyn's theme. It could have been worked out. Modern medicine is just that way. Okay? But anyway, because if the baby was really in danger, they would have took that baby right then and there, gave her a C-section, and we would have floated like that and everything been copacetic. But we're talking about TV here, so we're going to keep moving on. Let me see. In the bloopers, Jewel was getting on Ben about somehow maybe he need glasses or updated contacts because he's missing the stool. He's peeing on the floor, guys. Okay, Ben, I'm gonna need you to tighten up on that. Okay, pay attention when you're in the bathroom. We do not need extra stuff to be cleaning up when we already have a toilet composed right there for you to aim correctly. So I'm right there with Jewel, baby. I am right there with Jewel. Okay, or you would have been cleaning that mess up. Okay, just saying. Whew, okay. It was nice to see or get a glimpse of Brooklyn's biological mom. And that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see because I know they had Benji's biological mom up in there too. Was that the same lady? Because I'm kind of confused. Was it two separate ladies or was that the same lady? So somebody tell me that. So it was nice to see that take place there. Let me see. I think that was it at all I had. I mean, like I said, I enjoyed the bloopers. They were a little bit more entertaining than the show itself. I was very entertained from the last one we saw last Sunday. That could have been the finale because what they were showing us on this last part, except for the bloopers, it was quite boring. I didn't care to hear any of that or watch any of that. But the Tanker is always going to be my favorite family. I consider them the first family of TV. Hell, he could run for president. I would vote for Ben. And have Jewel as the first lady. At least she's coming like more real to me than Michelle Obama. But and Shania spent 20 something hours in labor. That's cool because I spent 22 hours of labor, and I also got induced because my amniotic fluid was running low. But I know it could have been some variations to where you wanted your doctor to do it that you've been seeing, but you could have had another doctor on staff to deliver your baby. You didn't have to have that doctor. So I know you could have had some. It didn't have to clash like this the way it was, but to each his own. The family got through it. At Brooklyn, she was trying to do her little dancing. I didn't see the dancing went well at all. But it is what it is. It was her first show. She was nervous. But like I said, I didn't see no vocals really going on. Or no dancing. And I don't know what they were doing as far as before Brooklyn was coming on stage. They were having people entertain the audience. I'm like, I didn't know what that was. That was a freak show what it was. But, what it is, what it is. Like I said, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more anger, some type of resolution to what they were going to do with the guy that pretty much had violated Cyrene. Because when Jewel was telling Ben about it, she was heartbroken. He was speechless, other than he was trying to relive that thou shalt not kill. And I felt him on that one. Yes, I did. We and him had to do a ride. We had to do a ride. We had to do a drive-by, y'all. We had to go up there and handle some business. Ben, yes. Okay, full tank on deck type of scenario. But I guess their parents, they got to handle it the way they see fit. And that's basically what we all do. Or we try to do when we're raising our own kids. We got to do what the law says. We got to do what we know, which is spiritual. But he would be paying. Because, like they say, give Caesar what is Caesar's. Get the Lord what the Lord is due. Yes, he will be doing time in society's realm. Okay? Because that's just the law of the land that we live in. But hopefully, like I said, Ben got that straight. He just kept it off his TV show, and that's cool. And that's copacetic for me. But I already know they're going to get another season. But like I said, I was disappointed in this particular one. Because they didn't give me everything. I had to go look for shit. And then when I did, they gave me the bloopers, and I was back at home again. I was like, all right then. Because Jewel Tanker, thank you, Jewel Tanker, for basically acknowledging my, what do you call it? my tweets about your show. I'm not even sure if you actually looked at one of my videos on you guys, but please partake. Please subscribe to me as well. But I just want to throw that out to all of my viewers. Yes, Jewel Tankard had tweeted out one of my what do you call it, episodes that I had shared on my Twitter account. And I have been in conversations with both her and Ben. Especially Ben trying to show out at the Mars Day concert, and then got his own little jazz thing. Sweet Jazz Festival up in, what is it, Tennessee that he was at. Doing his little thing. Looking like a little G. So yes, they're very good people. At least what they're giving me, and the only thing I can go off of is that. You know what I'm saying? So kudos for your show. I know you're going to get another season. I look forward to you all doing a lot more one-on-one time and filming with Cyrene, because I think that is a really big issue, but it seems like everybody else got their lives going on. I would like to see Marcus move out y'all house and become his own man, and have Tish up there trying to see that, you know, she ought to be stingy with the baby, because once she had that baby by herself and it's just her and Marcus and the baby and their own digs, I'm sure she's gonna have a very good understanding of family when it comes to just giving Micah to the family. You know what I'm saying? Go and have some time, because even Marcus is telling her, I'm getting sick of the baby sleeping with us, because that is infringing on me and mommy time. Me and daddy and mama time. You know what I'm saying? That's how little baby Micah got him. Not saying he's ready to, or she's ready to have another one. But yeah, you need that bonding, or your man will go look somewhere else, Tish, just because you got a baby by him. And, you know, the family loves you. That don't mean that Satan can't tip in and tempt your husband to look other places. You see what I'm saying? So you better keep them home fires burning. That's why you need your own place, so you and him can set up your own foundations, your own rules of your household. And you need to get to being, you know, a true wife if you want to keep your man. Okay? So that's pretty much all I got to say, guys. Love the season. Great season. Glad to see y'all back when y'all come back. Y'all love on each other. Pray with each other. Family that stays together must pray together. So no division will come towards anybody. No weapon forced against you at all shall prosper. Okay? But that was my take. I hope you all loved my discussion. It really wasn't a review, like I said, and I look forward to seeing the Thicker Than Water, the Tankard family, coming back with a new season. Other than that, y'all have a great evening. Be blessed, and I will see ya when I see ya.